Big news coming out of Texas. A chemical plant has exploded. One person is seriously injured. A shelter in place is ordered for residents in a 1-mile radius. Now, I want to go through what this news is about, but there are some underlying concerns in and around this. This incident may just be a typical incident. I mean, accidents happen, explosions happen, and I don't want to distract from the importance of the story and everyone staying safe. However, there are great concerns considering the escalating conflict in the Middle East and Russia that the U.S. could be the victim of cyber attacks. We have a banking collapse, the fifth major bank this year taken over by the government. And many of you may not have noticed, but there was a very massive payday glitch that happened. Yeah. Maybe cyber attacks, but there's no real way to know. And that's what's scary about modern warfare. If the U.S. gets attacked and it damages our ability to operate, the U.S. government, they don't need to tell you. You know, back in the day, active war happens. We get attacked directly. You can see it. You can't deny it. And then there's going to be demands for retaliation. Today, there could be attacks and we can't even confirm we were attacked. First, here's the news about the chemical plant. Daily Mail reports a chemical plant exploded in a huge fireball in Texas around 8:17 a.m., sending a giant cloud of black smoke into the sky. We have some photos of this. This is shocking stuff. I hope everybody's, I know there's some people who are hurt. Hope everybody in the area is paying attention. Let's play this. I think we have a video here showing just how intense this is. So crazy. Let's see if there's more information on what chemicals we're dealing with. They say, according to Fox 26, one person has been injured and taken to Memorial Hermann Texas Medical Center with first-degree burns to the face, along with second and third-degree burns to the arms. The San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office reported the chemical plant fire at Sound Source Solutions. An employee from the plant told ABC 13 the person who was injured might have been hurt initially by a forklift. The accident might have caused the explosion. If that's the case, not a cyber attack. They go on to say that Sound Resource Solutions is a local recycling plant in Texas. According to the company's website, they focus on blending, repackaging, distribution, and logistics. Polk County Emergency Management recommends that residents near U.S. Highway 59 from Goodrich to Leggett shelter in place. They have also advised residents to turn their HVAC systems off in businesses and homes immediately. The sheriff's office is asking the public to avoid the area and watch out for emergency vehicles. So that's the gist of it. They don't know the effects of the chemicals in the air, but the wind is suspected to be carrying the odor and smoke and fire into the air. So again, I hope y'all are staying attuned and paying attention to local authorities. They say the plant produces chemicals like isopropyl alcohol, acetone, and petroleum-based products. So this could be particularly hazardous. Now, I'll leave it at that, right? I don't want to get too crazy on this may be a forklift accident, but I do think it's important to know. But it gets me thinking about the concerns we have over cyber attacks, considering we wouldn't know if they were. The Wall Street Journal reported this 4 days ago. Banking system glitch delays 900,000 payments on big payday. Once again, many people are saying it was just a clearinghouse group glitch. No big deal. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's fine. Let me just tell you, when it comes to serious warfare, you're never going to know. Let's make it simple. You ever get those? We talked about this last night. You ever get those scam phone calls where your phone rings, you answer it, and it's someone speaking Mandarin, Chinese? Yeah. Here's how it works. Now, I don't know if this is their intention, but I can tell you definitively. Let's say 1 million people per day get one of these phone calls. It distracts them for 2 minutes. Phone rings. They look down. They answer the phone. They get this message like, what's this? And then there's some thought afterwards. What is this weird phone call I got? To an individual, meaningless. But this is the way the game is being played. It is possible that these phone calls are an act of war meant to suppress the U.S. economy. I know you're saying, what? It's just a scam phone call. If 1 million people per day suffer 2 minutes of lost productivity, that is 2 million minutes of lost U.S. productivity. That means economic slowdown. It really is that simple. You know, the way I describe it is blackjack at a casino. It's 49.5 to 50.5. The house has that tiny little edge. And so you're basically flipping a coin. At an individual level, you can win. You're coin tossing, as long as you're playing right. Or same thing is true with craps. You roll the dice, right? But the casino knows they want 1 million rolls because statistically, they will make money, even if you play perfectly. Now, if you're counting cards, depending on the amount of cards they have available, well, things change, but most casinos don't allow that, which is weird. Don't play the game, huh? But the point is this. China knows that sustained low-level harassment, widespread, may mean nothing to an individual, but it could mean everything to the country as a whole. Take a look at this story. 4 days ago, Wall Street Journal. The first Friday of the month is typically a big payday for U.S. workers. But thousands of paychecks didn't land in individual bank accounts today because of a technical glitch with the network that moves funds from one financial institution to another. The glitch affected 900,000 payments, according to the Clearinghouse Group. Now, here's the thing. We mentioned this last night. Timcast was affected by some kind of glitch. But hold on a minute. We weren't affected by a glitch 4 days ago. At least I'm pretty sure it wasn't 4 days ago. It's Wednesday. That means last Friday. No, I'm pretty sure last Friday everything was fine. It was the week before this. So this is what happens. We wake up, bunch of messages like, hey, payments didn't go through, whatever. And we're like, what? This is automated. I'm frustrated with our payroll company, right? Like, hey, what happened? And they're like, oh, it was a glitch. And I'm like, well, don't let it happen again. Everybody ended up getting paid later on, but still they got paid. The delay was like 7 or 8 hours. The next week we hear another massive glitch happens. And I'm like, now it's starting to seem very strange because, again, I will say this. It may mean nothing to an individual, to the average person. They got delayed 8 hours. But what about 900,000 payments delayed 8 hours? How many bills did not go paid? How many transactions did not occur? You do that enough in a variety of ways, and you can actually hurt your enemies. The scary thing is, I bet some people had overdrafts because of it. I bet the glitch actually screwed some people over. How many people knew payday was coming? And so they have like their car bill, their loan repayment, scheduled to be paid at like 4 p.m. on payday because they know at 7 a.m. it's cleared and it's in their account. That's right. People live paycheck to paycheck. Well, paycheck didn't come through. How many bills bounced? How many checks bounced? How many accounts did not get to pay their bills on time? This is disruptive for the average person. And for someone who is in a paycheck to paycheck situation, it could be a step towards financial ruin. Payment doesn't come in. Then you thinking it did have you buy some stuff on your debit card. Now you're negative. Then they give you transaction over limit fees, 35 every time. This happened to a buddy of mine in Chicago. He bought a Metro card, train card, right? CTA. We call them CTA. And it double charged him. Now, this is a broke teenager, right? So he lives paycheck to paycheck. And he's got, I think he had like 10, 15 bucks in his account. It was a big scandal because the CTA machines were double charging people. So he gets double charged. Instead of the $5, it charges him 10. Puts him down to $5. Thinking he only got charged $5, he's like, I'm probably good to spend $7 and I'll have a couple bucks left in my account. Won't put me over. This is what happens when you're broke. The food he tried buying, this is what I love about banks. They let him do it. They let him buy I think he bought food or something at McDonald's, and then it put him negative. And then he got $35. Then $35. Here's the best part. When he finally deposited his check, he goes to the bank, he gives him the check or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it went down. But basically his $110 check, and he thought he was going to now be at $113. It actually put him to like 50 or 60 because of all the $70. It was like 90 something dollars they charged him in over limit fees. And so then the best part, he spent more money. And then all of a sudden, when he finally caught up to him, he said, whoa, what happened? Double charged by the CTA, only a few dollars. And it ran him into the dirt. And he had to go and get things cleared up. Fortunately for him, the news reported that the CTA was doing this. So when he went to the bank and said, that's a double charge, man, you got to remove that. And they did. And then they were like, okay, so that should remove all these overdrafts. And he's like, look, my check came in. The overdrafts are what put me under, and you kept overdrafting me after the fact to put them like negative 300 all in all. That's the crazy thing about the risk of cyber attacks. Now, again, I don't know about this, but I'm telling you right now, this is crazy, right? To see this glitch happen. And look at this. Federal government takes over failing Iowa bank. I hope you all are paying attention to what's going on. I'm going to keep it simple. I don't know that there was a chemical attack or cyber attack or, not chemical attack, cyber attack, or that any of this was. But hey, man, sometimes mistakes happen. Sometimes glitches happen. So I hope y'all are paying attention to what's going around in the world, because you never know. You never know. And I hope you take care of yourself, your friends, and your family, and you're prepared for the worst. I'll leave it there. Next segment will be at 6 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.